Building and documenting a UCCX call flow in under 10 minutes. This video was inspired by a support forums post by Herb Campbell. I took some creative liberty with the requirements, such as the time of day and day of week, and went with a basic assumption of Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. As being the opened hours. So after we set up our time of day checks, we're going to set up our menu based on the requirements in Herb's post. Those requirements, strictly stated, are option 1 goes to one number, option 2 goes to another. And you'll see in our menu structure that we implicitly require to take into account what happens if the user doesn't select anything, or if what they select is invalid. For example, in this case, what happens if they select a 3 instead of a 1 or a 2. Here we're going to create a variable, and then we'll use that variable for our transfer action. This is going to save us a couple steps. It's going to make the graph look a little bit cleaner, and is generally good practice. Now, one of the great things about this software is it forces you to take into account what happens when something doesn't go exactly right. Perfect example is this transfer step. You have to take into account what happens when it doesn't work, whether that's because it's busy, maybe the destination timed out, or something else happened. But in any event, you need to specifically say what should happen when this doesn't work. We're going to set our menu up with a retry here, and what that'll do is if the user fails for any reason, maybe they press 3, maybe they don't press anything at all, we're going to give them 3 options to go back and correct that. In the event that that fails, we're going to do what we call polite disconnect. That's basically saying thank you for calling, goodbye, and then disconnect the caller. A unique feature of our software is the ability to export to Visio. Anytime that we do call flow development, we need to get customer approval, and the way that we typically distribute that is through Visio. Our software exports to Visio 2010 as well as 2013 and later, and what you'll see is an exact representation of what you built within our software product. Lastly, and most importantly, our software exports whatever you design to UCCX. And in some cases, there will be things that you need to do that our software doesn't support. And in those instances, you can put placeholders onto the graph so they still get represented. And when we go to create the script, you'll see all that generated in the script itself. All the structure that's necessary to support your call flow will be generated, and you can use that to add whatever functionality you need to. So that's how to build and document a call flow for UCCX. We will be releasing in 2016. Feel free to reach out, leave a comment in the section below, or you may also reach me on Twitter at Tanner Ezel.